Hey everybody, so today I want to talk about a very annoying topic, Christian Zionists. So these people are so annoying. Every single time I see Trump, the video of Trump at the Wailing Wall with the yarmulke on, I think that's a perfect representation of Christian Zionists. It's horrible. So Christian Zionists, I'm not going to be too hard on them because I think that they've basically just been propagandized into believing what they believe, and they're basically a sheep that's like strayed away from the herd. So I'm just kind of helping that sheep, and I'm bringing it back to the herd and back to where it should be. So I'm not going to be too hard on Christians here, but just hear me out. Christians, Zionists hate you. They hate you so much. Look at how Christians are treated in Israel, or really in Palestine, because Palestine is basically being occupied right now by the Israelis, okay? So look at how Christians are treated there. They are treated very poorly. Christians cannot easily practice their faith there like they can here. We're always propagandized to here in America, like, oh yes, Israel is this beacon of light where Christians can have their faith. No, it is the number one place where Christians cannot have their faith in the Middle East. Look at Syria. Look at how Christians are in Syria. They can have their faith. Bashar al-Assad lets them have their faith. He's very okay with it. And meanwhile, Christians here in America, Christian Zionists, hate him and they want him dead. They call him Hitler. And meanwhile, Benjamin Netanyahu, they think is just such a great person. Benjamin Netanyahu hates non-Jews. He hates them. All these Christian Zionists, the Shabbos goy, as some would call them, they absolutely love Netanyahu, and they think of how great he is. Meanwhile, Netanyahu and his government are levying enormous taxes on churches in Israel, especially in Jerusalem, and even on mosques too. Anyone who isn't Jewish is very harshly discriminated against in Israel. However, Christians here love Israel so much. It doesn't make any freaking sense. It's because the media and others propagandize to the citizenry here. And they make Israel into this great hero, and they make Muslims into the enemy. So Christians are so caught up in their hatred of Muslims that they end up just loving Israel. And they admire Israel and how they handle their Muslims, their Muslim problem that they have there. It's insane. And once again, Donald Trump and his stupid Wailing Wall video with his yarmulke on, that pisses me off every time I see it, because he talks so bad about Muslims. He says the worst things about Muslims, and yet he says the best things about Jews and about Israel. And it should be the opposite way around. Muslims in the Middle East are actually very accepting of Christians. And talk to any Christian or any Muslim living in Palestine or Israel, and they'll tell you how they stand side by side with each other, and how Muslims and Christians are very good friends, and how they understand that they are both being discriminated against by the Jews in Israel. And the Israeli government absolutely hates both Christians and Muslims, not just Muslims, but they hate Christians too. And even if they loved Christians, that's still no reason to, even if Israel just loved Christians, it doesn't mean that we should all of a sudden just love Israel. You know, we should have compassion for the Muslims in Israel and in Palestine that are being discriminated against the or being discriminated by the Israeli government. We should stick up for them. Anyways, that's basically all I had to say for this video. It's a very short video, but Christian Zionists just get on my nerves so much, and they shouldn't be Zionists. It makes no sense. Israel hates Christians so much. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Talk to you later.